I haven't been live in a long time. I was making this video for Matt. Him and I talked. I don't know if I didn't even tell him I'm doing this live. I was making this video, worked hard on it, and then I'm like, I'm just going to take this live. So I'm just going to sit here and wait for just a little bit. Maybe I can't turn music on. Let's see. So I'm just going to see if we're all connected here. I need to connect Instagram. So let me go connect Instagram. This takes a little bit. I won't be on very long, but there we go. I think Instagram's now doing. Thank you for joining. If you're here, I can't see anything right now, but I will in a minute. Go live. Okay, now I'm here. Hi. I haven't been live for a long time, and you know what? It's really cold out. I can't go work outside, so I figured I'd do this. So I'm going to pull up my lives, and maybe if Matt's not busy, he can come on with me. He doesn't know I'm doing this. Hi, Melina. I decided to do this last minute. I was making a video for Matt. Him and I talked on the phone last night and was pretty shocked by his video. So I thought maybe we can share it on this live. That way we have a recording of it. So this, I'm going to set the stage for this. Let me make sure Instagram won't pull in. So if you guys are commenting on Instagram, hello. I'll have to look over here. Thank you for joining. We are exposing. Thank you, Georgia, for the 200 stars. I want to also say my tire's getting fixed tomorrow. I have not had a car. I've been walking in the morning and night for the ducks and chickens in the freezing cold. I cannot wait for it to get fixed. And I want to thank you. Somebody donated some money for the tire to get fixed. I'm going to have to get a new one. But I really wanted to update you guys on the survey, how well it's doing. I saw today that we're over 85 on just California. Indiana did a lot of submissions this last 2 days. But I'm wanting to expose what is it like in family court. You know, you get to see all these recordings and videos on family court. And a lot of times you can't because they don't let you. Well, Matt Crucell, I spoke with him last night and he showed me one of his videos and I was like, oh my word. So if you really want to take the time to watch this video, it was 11 minutes long. I did cut it down to 5 minutes and I will fast forward some parts. But in this video, you'll see Matt has learned his rights and he's learned his constitution and he held this judge accountable. So thanks, Pam. Hi, Laura. You can see I'm sporting my gear that I was selling, but that I stopped selling because I don't really want reform. I just want it abolished. But so yes, anyone, please share go to standwithme.com. You can donate to help me keep doing this. And then as well, please go have every state fill out the survey. This data is huge. I have a big week ahead of me. I have meeting with the media tomorrow. No, Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I meet with different committees in our my state capital. And that will just get good footage. And there's something crazy happening this week. But it's pretty awesome. I get to go meet with some more legislators and senators and all that stuff. We are getting loud, as you guys can tell. More and more people are speaking up. So I really appreciate everyone doing this. And I wish I could make more money on social media, but I don't. For some reason, I still make nothing on Instagram. Thank you for the prayers, guys. Yeah, we got to keep it. How many from Massachusetts? Let me see. You guys can ask that question. I did tally it all up. Let me go look. While you're on here, I had it just. So what did we look at? Maine? Let's see. Michigan, we have 37 as of today. Let's see. Maryland's 14. Blah, blah. Maine is 6. So let's keep going. Yes, make some noise, Sandra. Thank you. Share this live if you guys want to encourage people to share what's going on in our situation with family courts. And I want people to really understand this is everywhere. This is not anybody can have this happen to them. You could just upset your neighbor and they call DCF or CPS on you and your kids are gone. So this is why it's so important that we all start standing up and exposing this just as parents. I'm going to go ahead and go into TikTok. I'm going to have to make sure I mute it so I can see if there's any comments in TikTok. I haven't been in TikTok in a long time. So let me click on that. And so I use a program. Hold on. Can I mute this? Oh, no, can I mute it in there? Oh, here we go. Okay, hi TikTok, you're finally on. Thank you for joining. So I use this program where I can stream on all devices. I'm on YouTube, X right now, Instagram, Facebook. I can't remember if I'm missing anybody else, and Instagram. But so I have to kind of look at different windows to answer questions. Thank you for following me. I'm all over the place, aren't I? North Carolina. All right, so you guys want me to give you guys the updates? Let me get there again. As of right now, we're about to hit 1,000 submissions out of the United States. And made a video the other day. I don't know why our state doesn't watch family courts, watch all of this. They don't. And it's sick. And so I'm thankful for a lot of other people that are protesting this, that are, making this aware. They're supporting it. And this is not for me. This is for you. Once this data is all in, I would be glad for every state to be able to go download your data on your state so you can present it in front of the legislators like I'm doing this week. So I don't know if you know, last week I gave a spreadsheet. There was only 30 people at that time submitted from Kansas, and I showed what was happening. I showed the percentage of how they're it was 80% didn't even have custody. So that's why this is important, is children are being ripped from parents. Now, I'm going to go, let's see, if you ever support her. Yes, thanks, Pam. I would love any donations. Go to standwithmeg.com. Please go fill out the form, the survey. It's quick, it's easy. You don't need to provide any documents, but we're getting quotes from parents and it can be anonymous. So you don't have to be fearful. This is like the one time you can actually share what's going on in your state. And they also made sure you guys put in your county. So if you guys wanted to be able to show your county stats. But this is why it is so important that we get this data. The Minnesota fraud stuff, that's what we're doing. We're showing fraud and corruption within our court system, within CPS and family court. And when I have to look at these stats that everyone's submitting, it's horribly sad and it gets me down. And I can't even read half the quotes and the comments because it just breaks my heart. So I did add on there yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, if you were a child affected with this, if you've gone through it, please answer that, click that little button and fill out what you went through, how many days you were away from your parent. As of right now, I think I have like 10 years. Well, as of last time I worked on the stats, 10 years combined within just my state. Okay. And that's only 30 submissions. So that's how severe this is. And I thank you all for sharing this and exposing this. I would love a day where I could travel around and speak at every legislators, all your states. That would be a blast for me and fun. But I can't even, buy groceries right now, hardly. So I realized yesterday I didn't have any car insurance for a while because I didn't pay my bill. Hi, Francesca. And so people donating, it really, really helps. And it's really, really, I'm really thankful. Even today on my TikTok live, sending any of those roses and stuff, that will help. I make like nothing on TikTok because I haven't been on TikTok as much because they've been censoring a lot more. So if you want to go to my Stand With Meg on Facebook, I have about 85,000 followers there. My Instagram has been going bigger at 54,000. And this is not me. This is your platform. This is your voice. So I actually made this really crazy video today with Matt and of Matt's court hearing. So if you want to know what court hearings like in family court, here it is. Typically you can't record, and Matt didn't care. His wife recorded this Zoom court hearing, and it was pretty amazing how he stood up to these judges. And the judge completely dodged the one question that every judge should answer like that. Did you have an oath to become a judge? And you know what the oath is? The oath means every judge in our country has to say, I will abide by our constitutional rights. What's that? Due process, meaning you can't take a child away unless there's real due process, laws of evidence. And so he confronted this judge, and this is from Wayne County, Michigan. And this is Judge Kolsak. I always say his name weird. Hold on, let me make sure I say this correctly. So we're exposing today Judge, where is it at? Sorry, it was not. Oh, Cholak. I was close. Kolak. And then the GAL is Katie Lumpf. Weird too. I can post the pictures up. I actually should probably put a picture up now of them. Let's do it. Let me add pictures of the judge while we're talking about it. Wouldn't that be fun? Because I have it. Can you guys start putting what state you guys are in on the comments so that if you're in the system or been in the system, you can guys find each other and support each other? I feel like that is the best thing for people is to start supporting each other within your state because it's very, very important. All right, here's the main man. Here he is. I'm going to switch this. There you go. Judge in Wayne County. We are going to show what he is like in court. Okay, thank you guys for sharing. Oregon, yay, there's an Oregon. So let me add in the video. Here we go.
Counsel, your appearance for the record, please. Yep. Thank you. And Mr. Crucell, please state your name for the record.
Matthew Crucell.
Thank you. And would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalty of
I'm hoping you guys can hear that. Can you hear it okay?
Will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. All right. Did you provide
Can you give me a thumbs up? You can hear it.
I submitted what I was required to.
Okay, thank you.
I filed it right into the court with a cover sheet showing that I also sent it to her as well, so she was served as well.
No, that's fine, but there's also a requirement that the court get a separate judge's copy. Otherwise, when it's filed with the clerk's office, we do not automatically get notice of the motion. So
I've never been told that this entire time. I've never once seen this. There keeps being these little things that keep getting thrown out to keep pushing this stuff out. I've never once, all the other things that I've filed, no one's ever once. You've never even said anything about that. You've also addressed other filings without even telling me that. No one's ever told me, nor have I ever seen that as a requirement. I've always been told 3 copies, 1 for the clerk, 1 for my copy, and 1 for the opposing party, is what I've been told every time.
So you're saying you did serve Ms. Zoff?
I didn't serve Ms. Zoff, and as far as I'm concerned, she's not even, why she's even involved in this, she's already been proven that she has not even had anything to do with this case and has contributed to the damage being done to my daughter. She doesn't even have a clue what's even going on. I'm not playing these games. This court has enabled years of abuse to continue to happen to my daughter, operating outside of your limited. You have an oath of office, right, to the state and federal constitutions, correct?
Go, Matt!
And now back to my question. You have an oath of office to the state and federal constitution, correct?
Sir, I'm not going to engage in this kind of...
I need to know for the record, do you hold an oath? I have your oath from the Secretary of State, which you ignored my request when I sent you a certified request to get your oath of office, which you ignored. I got it from the Secretary of State. So I want to know for the record, do you hold an oath of office to the state and federal constitution?
Sir, I'm not aware.
Why can't he answer that?
That you've had, and I don't know what you're referring to, but in any event, the court will take notice of your new filing.
So you're refusing to answer my question?
The court will take a...
So you're refusing to answer my question?
Thank you, sir.
Are you refusing to answer my question?
Sir, I'm not going to engage in questions and answers with you.
You also had another question I needed to ask that you ignored my last hearing. I asked you what was more important, this court's order or my daughter's well-being. These are important for the record.
Sir,
why can't he answer?
This is very appropriate because you guys have contributed, actively contributed to years of abuse to my daughter, ignoring all of the evidence, ignoring everything, trampling all over my parental rights to protect my... Did you even read my new filing? Okay, this was already secured.
Sir, I just saw it right now.
Okay,
So
back to the Troxville versus Granville case. You yourself even told me I was never found unfit. That case proves to you, beyond a doubt, that parental rights are secured outside of our public servants' limited delegated powers. I need to get this on the record. Excuse me. I need that case proved, and you yourself even said I was never found unfit. That case even tells you that for the state to interfere with my parental rights, you have to show the state has small level of a window that they have to prove, right? They have to prove a parent to be unfit. I have proven her mother unfit for years, and you have ignored all of this evidence. The state has no lawful authority over my parental rights. Go read Justice Scalia's dissent, okay? It even tells you right there the parental rights are secured liberties outside of our public servants' limited delegated powers. And the only way the state can interfere... It's not my position. These are facts. This is the law you're sworn to. This is why I asked you your oath.
And I will be reviewing your
This is why I asked you if you have an oath of office on the record, right?
You're
You're
not
sitting
doing
in a seat as a judge, correct? As a judicial officer, correct?
Yes.
Why won't you answer any of these questions? That is another violation of my rights. You are a trustee. You are a servant. You are sworn to the people.
Yeah.
And you won't answer my questions?
Sir, this is not appropriate for to be asking these. I don't understand what your question is. Of course there's an oath.
Okay, it's state and federal constitutions, right? Correct?
This is not, no, excuse me, sir. This is not properly before the court right now. I don't know what.
That's what we're talking
What
about.
is it? Is this a judicial court of record? Is this a judicial court of record?
Sir,
I need these for the record because I'm getting my whole case record and I'm suing everyone involved. I need these for the record. Is this a judicial court of record?
all right, sir, the court is not going to engage in this kind of back and forth, all right?
So you're refusing to answer my questions.
Because you won't answer a question.
Excuse me.
Let the record reflect that the judge is refusing to answer my questions. Again.
We're being discourteous to the tribunal, and this is inappropriate. All right?
What's inappropriate is the years of abuse my daughter's had to go through.
Amen.
That's what's inappropriate.
Sir, I understand you're upset, and I understand your position.
These are facts. It's not just my position. These are facts.
I understand your position, and the court, again, will review your motion and take appropriate action.
Okay, so we let the record reflect that the judge is refusing to answer my questions and continuing to further this. Thank you.
You don't get to
And,
the record.
and you know what? I'm not being disrespectful. What's disrespectful is the fact that you do have an oath to protect the people's rights. You've also my daughter's rights, ignoring her own
I
words.
understand you're upset.
It's not. Oh, I'm beyond it. And this is why families all across the state are being destroyed and children are being destroyed because of the very same things that are happening in this case. 110%. And I'm going to expose this to everybody. Everybody is going to hear about this. Everyone involved is going to be exposed because this is a systemic problem taking place across this state. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
There it was. Way to go, Matt. I'm trying to get him on. I don't even know if he's busy, poor guy. I just literally went live because I was working so hard on this video for him. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to go live. I'm just going to expose this video on live. And that way I can then just upload the video for you guys to see and to share. Because last night when I watched this with him, I said, I need to see, more people need to see this. This is insane that a judge can't do that and can't even answer his oath. Oh, by the way, you want to see his oath? I can add it. Let's add his oath. He sent it to me. Let's see what the oath the judge is supposed. Oh, it's a PDF. Hold on. I'm gonna have to do like I need to add presentation. So yeah, this was not planned. I just decided, you know what? It's cold out. I should be doing laundry and cleaning, but you know, I'd rather expose. So thank you guys for joining. Please share. We're trying to really show. I just saw somebody that hadn't even heard of my stuff say that she didn't know about family court and how bad it was. So this is what we do it. So in this image, you will see this is what Matt requested from the clerk. And he talks about it. Oh, I think he just came on. Oh, he did. Matt's on. Let's bring him on and he can talk about it. Let's bring him in, Matt. Matt, did you get your you need to get your Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's going on?
Don't you like last minute?
Oh, heck yeah, it worked out though.
Well, sorry about that, but I was like working so hard and I'm like, you know, I'm just going to put him in this. So this is Matt. You guys, did you get your channels connected so everyone on your lot, people can see that you're live too?
I'm not sure if it's on there or not. I'm actually driving home right now.
Okay, well on the phone, you should be able to hit connect. You can do it when you get home. And then you can share this to your live so more people can follow you.
Okay.
We need to get this out there, people.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I did it. Because like I said, I've been dealing with this stuff for 5-6 years. I started taking care of my case last August, and everything that I've experienced and all of the things that I see all these other parents and children going through, it's got to stop. And the only way that we're going to stop it is by all of us standing up, by all of us putting them in their place. And like I said, this is why he wouldn't answer the question about his oath of office, because they are bound to us. They're bound to protect our rights and our children's rights.
Amen. They are. And that's why. So right here is the oath. And I was going to read it. You want to read or talk about the oath? What it says? What does it mean, Matt?
Well, you can go ahead and read. I can't really see it because I got my screens kind of minimized as I'm driving.
Yeah, let me read it. I got to pull up my computer because I can't see it in the littleness. Hold on. I have to find my. Here we go. All right. It says, and this is from every judge. Explain why I'm looking it up. Every judge does this oath. Hold on. I saved it.
Yep, they're all bound. They're all bound to us. You can go start reading all the state constitution, and it tells you. Even go pull up Texas's Declaration of Rights, and it tells you that every public officer, they are the trustees and public servants of the people, and they are accountable to us at all times.
It says, I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this state, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office. Judge, third judicial. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And he swears that he will fight for our constitutional rights, correct?
Correct. That's what they're bound by.
But why wouldn't he answer the question?
That's a interesting topic, isn't it? He wouldn't answer that, and the other major thing he wouldn't answer about the fact that they're not a judicial court of record.
What does that mean?
So a judicial court of record, they have to meet. So because you have to have an independent judicial officer. Okay, that's all secured by the state and federal constitutions. That's part of the separation of powers. But because we see these administrative courts, right, where they're deferring to gals and CPS reports and all this stuff, he's not actually operating as an independent judicial officer. So that right there shows that they're violating separation of powers. That's why he wouldn't answer. So to be a judicial court of record, there's elements that they have to make. And one of the main elements, and anyone can go pull this up, for it to be a judicial court of record, they have to operate by the common law, not purely statute and
what's common law? I'm trying to help everyone understand, because when people talk so much above people, they get so overwhelmed they don't understand.
So the common law is what established all of our inherent private rights that were secured to us by our creator that predate.
Like, for example, give one.
So like your liberty to your parent, or to parent your children.
Due process.
Yes. Well, the due process of law.
Freedom of speech.
Yes, exactly. Your basics, right? That is secured liberties that are reserved outside of our public servants' limited delegated powers. And you can go pull up in the state constitutions, and it even tells you that our rights are reserved outside of their authority. So Amen. They can't legislate, and then so you can even go pull up the definition of a constitutional right, and it tells you constitutional rights are guaranteed to us citizens, in that they're so guaranteed that they cannot have any legislature that interfere with your protected rights. Okay, so that tells you that they can't, when they try to use these statutes to interfere with those, they actually don't have that authority. So the common law,
right?
Yeah. So the common law is all of our rights that predate government. That's what they're sworn, that come from our creator. You go look at all the preambles, and it tells you all of our rights come from our creator, right? So that's all because we created government, right? Our creator gave us our rights and dominion over our lives and lands, right? Yep. And then we created our government. So that's what they're sworn to protect. So that's really what we need to take the time to truly comprehend. Because I think the solution to all of these things we're seeing is a lot simpler than what's been made, and they created all this confusion. And, that's why they try to push everyone into using their attorneys and all this other stuff, because it's the system that they've created. It takes all of us away from our power, and it's all violating our secured liberties that they're bound by.
Yep, I agree. So to break that down for you, my children were taken kind of like Matt's. I was found fit, nothing wrong, but they still took them, and I can't even get in court for a hearing to get my kids. Then same with Matt's situation. Matt, go ahead and answer that question that I have on the screen. He's from, I was going to have you answer it, but he's from Michigan. You can't see it, you're driving. Don't worry about it. This is Wayne County, Michigan. Wayne County, Michigan.
Yep.
So
one thing for the parents that are in here, one of the great things, and this is why I brought up the Granville versus Troxel case to him, because even Justice Scalia's dissent in that case, he even tells in that case that your parental rights are secured liberties that predate government, and it's also part of your 9th Amendment rights, the unenumerated rights that belong to the people, that belong to us. So they're telling you in that case that our rights, they tell you throughout that whole case, they cannot do anything with your parental rights unless the state or the other party can prove you to be unfit. Other than that, they have no authority over anything you do with your children.
Well, and here's the problem. I get thousands of messages for help. And, I've tried everything. There's nothing we can do besides changing and making these judges accountable, because it doesn't matter. I've done everything. Anything you can think of, I've done it. So, the only thing you can do is go to federal court and sue them.
Yeah,
but
100%.
And a lot of times, some judges in federal court are tied to the judges in your district and your state. So that's even skewed sometimes. So the only way is all of us banding together, standing up in each of our states and exposing this.
100%. It honestly, it wouldn't take very many of us coming together in each state and applying the fundamentals, and we could change all of this. Because at the end of the day, go back to Benjamin Franklin. After the Constitutional Convention, he came out and said, we have a republic if you can keep it, right? So if we want to restore our republics, we want to protect our children, it's going to fall on all of us, right? That's what it's truly going to take.
Matt, I want to congratulate you. You guys are number 7 in the ranking of the most submissions. So thank you, guys. And this is what we're going to do. So like Matt, I don't know if you know this, when this is all done, I'm going to give everybody the right to go download your own state data. So you can take it to your legislators, show the submissions. That's the point of this. And I did that last week. And when I got to show senators in the House the stats of my state, they were all like, whoa. And now they're asking me back to the judicial committees, and I'm going to the oversight committee this week. So I have a big week with that, and that's what we need to do. And so I encourage everyone to go to standwithmate.com. You just click a survey. You don't need to do documents. I don't know if you filled it out yet, Matt. But
no, I don't think I'll have to jump out there and fill that out.
Yeah,
because you are right.
Because all you do then, you'll get the stats. You'll be able to know what the percentage of people in your state have full custody, 50-50. The statistics are amazing. I even have people put in how much they cost, how much they pay for a GAL. You'll be able to get the percentage of people in Michigan stating, look at all these people that have been in family court for 10 years, for 5 years. I mean, I found states where majority of the people that have submitted have been in court over 5 years.
It seems to be the majority of people. 100%. Yeah. Mine's going on 6 years.
Yeah, I'm probably one of the longest. So that is why it's important, and I'm trying to expose this. Again, this is not for me. This is why don't we have this in our federal courts? Why aren't they monitoring our children in family courts and CPS? They are in CPS, but not really, because they're not making them all follow the rules or the laws.
Yep.
So, Matt, does anyone have any questions for Matt? If you guys have, it was so funny. I was finally somebody got a hold of me last night from my state, and I was talking, and she's like, "This Matt guy," and da-da-da. I'm like, Matt, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I love Matt." So he's been helping Matt. He's been helping her, and I want you guys to realize when we help people, it's not. We're teaching you how to learn your rights. And if you heard Matt when he spoke, he learned his rights, so he could actually stand up and talk, because attorneys don't want you to know this. Attorneys won't do this for you. And that's why what I saw with Matt. Yeah. So that's where, I support men and women. I support any good parent that wants to be a part of their children's lives. And this is also for our children, futures, our grandchildren. It's just getting worse.
100%.
How do we get the oath from the Secretary of State? Someone just asked that. That's a great question.
So what I did, because actually I got another case going where I've got all there too. So what you want to do is you want to do a FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act, and you send that in, or I send it to the Attorney General, the Governor, and the Secretary of State, just so.
How did you send it? When you say send it,
I do certified mailing, so that I know they got it, and they can't tell me, oh, they never received it or anything like that, right? So I send my request through certified mailing, so I have tracking and I know that they got it and what days they got it. I send it to, like I said, I send it to the Governor, the Attorney General, and the Secretary of State, just so they all know kind of what's going on, right? That this is the information that you're looking for, and you request. There's all sorts of different stuff that you can request that they have to give you. And being the oath of office, it's public record. They have to give you that. And when you get that, you can actually take and file that into the record as evidence and hold them to their oaths. Yes. So it is it's a key piece of evidence that you do need to acquire.
So, there's a lot of people that have been in the system like Matt that just know everything. And they're so good at what they speak. But Matt wasn't always like that, Matt.
No. It took me a lot of ups and downs, and just putting my feet to the fire and constant research and, hours, staying up after the kids go to bed, staying up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning, vetting things, trying things out myself in court, seeing where they go. And, and here I am now.
So I guess I try to always say this to people, I couldn't read until 4th grade. They tried this whole new system when I was born, school, that I couldn't read. So my mom pulled me from school at 4th grade, and I had to learn my alphabet. They didn't teach me alphabet or anything. They tried this cool thing to do, but it didn't work. But anyway, I struggled a lot growing up with learning and educating myself. And so to me, it's like, if I can do this, anyone can.
Yeah, that's how
And it's especially Matt's learned things not only to protect his children now, his other little girl, right? And for the rest of your life. This is something that we all need to learn, because now if anything happens to Matt, he gets pulled over, somebody sues him because their dog did something, whatever, he will now know exactly what to do. Why wouldn't more people want to learn the laws?
And that's what it's going to take, because obviously we see that the system's not teaching these things, and there's a reason for that, right? So it all falls on us, because our rights are self-executing. We have to know these things so that we can teach our children and our grandchildren and so forth. And that's how we restore our republics. That's how we bring justice, right? That's how we fix all of the things that have gone wrong over the generations. And we've hit a breaking point. And the only way that we're going to truly fix anything is we, the people. I mean, that is going to be how we save everything.
It is. And I started learning with Meg. I don't know if you know this, Matt, but I started learning with Meg, where my prayer in one day is it's just a subscription based, because I work really hard, but I would love it to where, I've been teaching people step by step how to look at cases. It's me talking, but I really want it to, like, Matt, you can come in and you're more, you are very excellent in where your specialties. I want Matt to come in and be able to make a video to teach people what he's learned on this certain subject. And then you could make an income, a little bit of a generation of money off of it, right? Because I'm broke.
Absolutely.
I don't know about you, but my goal is to teach people all of this. And
that's exactly what I want. I want this. And this is why I've been putting a lot of this stuff out there and taking the time to research it and breaking the things down and showing the definitions and showing the process, because the faster we get people doing these things and confident and going in there and asserting their rights, we will see great change happen really, really fast. And this is why people need to, and I know it's hard and we have to do a lot of reprogramming, because we've all been programmed to all of the wrong things, right? And this is where we're sitting now. And this is what it's going to take to fix things.
And I'm not teaching, I know Matt's not telling you exactly how to file or how to write your motions, because, we're not lawyers. But what I was teaching you, and Matt, I know Matt does this to help people, is we were teaching you how to go find, Bill, why don't you mute yourself? There's that. Matt, I hear a lot of, there you go, mute yourself. Matt and I'm trying to teach people how I learned, right? There's certain websites that reading federal lawsuits, reading documents. I have, PDFs of all the cases that even Matt's been rambling off, cases to support your case, support your own hearing. But Matt's right. If we all learn, and everyone learns differently.
It's being funky, so I'm gonna drop
it. Why don't you just check out and then come back in? I want to take him out. So what I've tried to do is it's a go at your own pace. There's audio you can listen to. There's me teaching you. And then it goes up from what is discovery? What is due process? How do you request discovery? How to request subpoenas? And this is me just teaching you how I found out online and through the past of my, being in court for so long. Because you can't do anything in your life unless you learn this law. Honestly. I mean, this can protect you the rest of your life. So Matt's back on. So Learn with Meg. So my other thing on learnwithmeg.com is there's a little bit of higher one where you can actually do lives and have a whole community of everyone learning together. I've worked so long on this and I don't really promote it because I'm still trying. I don't know. I don't promote it like I should, but I would love Matt. I'm going to pull him back in. I would love Matt to come in and teach a course saying, here's a course with Matt, right? And he'll get a little bit of income off of it. And people are like, I can't believe you're trying to get income. Well, I can quit doing this and work full time and be gone. But I do this 24/7. I don't have weekends. Your stuff's still really weird, Matt.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Why don't you pull out and then are you home?
Yeah, I just got home.
Okay, can you make sure? I know you probably can't go to the house with your kids, but if you wanted to reconnect and then connect your channels, I'd love for you to connect your channels.
Yeah, let me go do that real quick.
It should be right there. It says connect channels, and you just connect them on your phone.
Oh yeah, I see it right here. Okay.
You see that? Yeah, and then that way you can have this on your platform.
Okay. Yeah, let me try and get this hooked up real quick. Yep.
Okay. All right. Bye. So with the Learn with Meg it's courses. You complete. I have handouts. I have any way you learn. I have videos in there. But that's my goal, is for anyone to be able to understand this. And then the higher bracket is where people can be a part of a group of talking to each other and help each other. And then you'll do lives twice a week with me, and we'll have a special guest. But that has been my prayer, because everyone, every day, all the time, please, please help me. And I can't help everybody. But I can try to teach everyone how I learned, because I'm not an attorney, but I've worked really hard to learn and educate myself. I've had to be in court and cross-examine my ex and his current wife that stole my children. That was hard. But God gave me the courage to be able to cross-examine them like a lawyer. It was very hard, but I did it, and I'm proud of myself. And the more you learn about your rights, when you walk into court, you're not going to be nervous anymore. I mean, you're still nervous to extent, but you have your rights in you. You have, all of a sudden, you get your power back. And that is what I've been wanting people to do, is get your power back. Because you'll never, ever, ever know how to be in court. Because I'm sorry, you're always going to be in court. I mean, even if you don't go through divorce, something can happen. Somebody can sue you. It's important to look. And then when you start holding judges accountable and attorneys accountable, that's huge. I think Matt's back. Yeah, he is. Let's see.
This is Purcell versus.
No, that's your video. He's not back yet. He went in and out. We can share the video while he's gone again, because Matt really is just a normal guy like me that learned his rights, and he stood up to the judge. Do you want me to play it again, you guys? Hey, Paul, I would love for you to come on too sometime. Paul has an awesome book, and it's called No Judge, No Jury. It's on Amazon. I love that there's more guys coming out. Some people think I only support women, but it's just, I get majority of my followers, like 80% are women. And so I'm thankful that I've met some really great guys. Jeremy Jackson, I would love for him to come on. He's amazing. Go follow Jeremy Jackson too. He is really going on the federal side of it. We talked just the other day. Paul is exposing it. Paul, let me send you the link, Paul. If you want to come in, you can. I would love all the guys to come in. I'll send you the link. If you come in, make sure you attach your channels so that your channels are live too, if you're available to go live. Let me copy all this. Copy link. Let me go to here. I got to find you. There you are. All right, and then I'm going to text Jeremy Jackson to see if he wants to get on. Because I was talking to Matt last night, and I was like, Matt, you need to meet Jeremy. Have you met Jeremy? Jeremy just started exposing. He has very little followers, so the more we can expose him, the better. And I'm not reading any of your comments right now. I'm trying to send this to. All right, so now we got the 3 men. And then I love Will. Where's Will? Will, I would love Will to come on. Let's text Will to see if he's coming in. We're gonna I guess we're doing a guy show. All right, sorry. This was not planned. And I have to leave in a little bit because I have chickens I have to go put up. But my car's getting fixed. On now, Jeremy. And Matt's not back. So let me go back over and see if there's any things. Let me go to my chat. All right. Thank you, Crystal. Thanks, guys. Hey, go to standwithmeg.com right now and fill out the survey and put your state in. We need the state stats, please. So important. If you have a question that we want to put on, California is very bad. You guys got up to like 86 submissions today. And if you just go look at the percentages you can do, like, I don't know if so the other day when I went to my state legislators, I gave them all a handout. And I deleted it on my computer because my computer's so full that now I don't have it. Sorry. But in there, I handed it out. I said, out of so many submissions, 80% have no custody in my state. And it showed like 5% or something only had 50-50. So, Matt's back. Tell me when you're ready, Matt, if you connected at all. I was trying to get someone else all in there too. So thank you guys for sharing and like having people come look. Thank you, Dawn. Yeah, good. Everyone needs to talk to legislators. Please. We need it. Okay. Yes, Taylor, I got yours. Good job. North Carolina, you guys are growing. Oh, Matt's there. Let's see.
I'm trying to get the
Oh, you are? Okay, then I'll just come back. I'll keep talking when you come back.
Yeah, you're good. I'm just trying to get to connect to my Facebook real quick.
No, do it. Go ahead. So this stream is actually really expensive, and that's one reason I'm going to ask for some donations, because just this program is $200 some a month. I'm paying about a lot in subscriptions to be verified, to have these programs that I need to use so that everybody can get noticed. So if you can, go to standwithme.com and go to donate. I have Venmo on there, every platform, giving me some stars here, sharing this. But, I'm to the point where thankfully somebody sent me some money the other day so I can get my tire fixed tomorrow. If I don't have I've been walking every morning and night in -5-degree weather, taking care of my chickens, which it's a 10 minutes walk. It's not that bad. It's not that fun in the morning when you just wake up, but $5, whatever you can do, Venmo it, but that will help us keep going. My dream one day is to go to every legislator state and talk. I would love to go to California. I would love to go to your state and talk to your senators and your legislators. That would be my biggest dream one day, but that would take a lot of money. And maybe one day we get to a point where I can Zoom on all your guys' meetings, right? But I'm hoping it just starts rattling, and these children need to get protected. We need to have our children protected. Matt, I'll pull you back in once I see your cameras on. That lets me know you're ready. Let's see what Jeremy said. He said, give him a minute. He's eating dinner. Yay, Jeremy's coming on. Okay, so Matt is really good at knowing the family law, all that stuff. He's so smart. So go please follow him on all platforms. I don't know if he's on all platforms. And then Jeremy's going to come in. He's really good at, Meg, would you love to, but I'm not home yet. That's okay, but will. Sorry. Jeremy does the federal lawsuits. He's so good at it. Like, I saw his lawsuit and I was like, oh my gosh, someone that did a really good job. His is so good. They made a House Bill 612 from my case, but just feel it's not enough. Yeah. So, there's a lot of things. When you see bills going in, you need to go read it yourself and see what they're really actually doing. So there's a bill trying to get in New Jersey. I went and read. No, New Hampshire. And it says no more family court. But the problem is they're still in front of one judge. So, which I love when bills come in because it brings awareness. But, not all bills are the same. And so I really stand up for you guys to do it in your own state. There's a few other bills coming in, trying to come in. If you couldn't I went and Googled the other day what bills are on the dockets right now in all states, and then you can search by category. That was really cool. I saw some pretty interesting ones in there. Now to expose factual abuse evidence. They didn't even want to play it in court. Yeah. Here's the thing. Right now in our family courts, judges can do whatever they want. No one holds them accountable. They can decide what they want to do, take children away, like mine, and nothing. There's no accountability. So, Jeremy's on. Jeremy, let me let you in, bud. Did you connect your channels? If you didn't, that's okay. I don't know if you can't even go live. Hi, Jeremy!
Hey, what's up?
Jeremy and I talked last week. Did you try to connect your channel so you can be live on any of your channels?
I have no idea how to do it yet. I'm not going to lie.
This is why it's good. All you got to do is on your phone, hit connect and just connect your social medias on this software. And then that's all you have to do. And then it will go broadcast on your platform. So it's easy.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's making me sign in. So I'm not sure. I have to set it all up.
Oh, okay. Well, it's pretty cool. And yeah, this software costs $250 a month, but it's really cool so that everyone, because we could have 10 people. And if you think about it, all of us have our socials live. I mean, hello. So bring Matt in. And then I would, there's another woman I'd love to bring on, but I don't think she's busy. But this is Matt. Meet Jeremy. Jeremy, meet Matt.
What's going on, man? How are you?
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, not too bad.
I was talking to Matt last night about, I go, have you met Jeremy?
Like, yeah, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere.
There you go.
So Matt's from Michigan. Jeremy is in Pennsylvania. Matt is really big on exposing court and family court and standing up to judges. And Jeremy is in the federal lawsuit realm. So they're both pretty awesome. Hey, can we show a little bit of the video? Let's show Jeremy and see what he thinks about your video, Matt.
Oh, do it up.
Okay. I don't think you
Yeah.
saw it because I just did it live.
No, I didn't. I was getting dinner, so I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I literally was making a video about this because I couldn't believe what, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm just gonna go live. So I did. But I edited it down so it was 11 minutes, so I cut a lot out. But let's see Jeremy's reaction, see what he thinks about all this.
Ross, now known as C.
Can I do all of us on there? I don't know. There you go.
785DC. This is a Zoom hearing held in accordance with Michigan
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
408. Counsel, your appearance for the record, please. Thank you. And Mr. Crucell, please state your name for the record.
Matthew Crucell.
Thank you. And would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Real quick, we're going to pause it. Jeremy, have you ever seen that? I mean, I know you're supposed to write your right hand, but typically they don't do that in family court.
Yeah, I was like, I've never seen that before. I was ready to say, did they do the same thing?
You know what?
Right.
What's funny is they've never done this to me. It's been going on 6 years of this. I just started representing myself last August, and we used to all be by Zoom, and then they put it in person, and then I called them out for using it. Now we're back to Zoom, right? But they've never had me do that up until I started really calling them out, and then now lately, that's his new thing.
Oh, yeah. I've never heard that before. I'd never seen that before ever happen. I've never had it done.
So the only time I had to do it was when I was in a hearing, a 2-day trial, not a hearing, a trial. And then I had to give testimony. That's when you usually do it. That's, when people go up on the stand, like, I swear, tell the truth. So it was just really weird that this judge did this. But okay, keep going.
Yeah.
I might fast forward to it. Oh, this is the other part.
Did you provide a judge's copy?
I submitted what I was required to. I filed it right into the court with a cover sheet showing that I also sent it to her as well, so she was served as well.
No, that's fine, but there's also a requirement that the court get a separate judge's copy. Otherwise, when it's filed with the clerk's
You hear that,
office,
Jeremy?
we do not automatically
What is that?
Of the motion. So
I've never been told that this entire time. I've never once seen this. There keeps being these little things that keep getting thrown out to keep pushing this stuff out. I've never once, all the other things that I've filed, no one's ever once. You've never even said anything about that. You've also addressed other filings without even telling me that. No one's ever told me, nor.
So it was about the judge saying he's got to send the motion to the judge, but yet he filed it with the clerk.
Right, which is what I've been told to do even when they give you their little requirement sheet, it says 3 copies. That's it. 1 for the clerk, 1 for the opposing counsel, and 1 for your own copy.
And see, they do it opposite. So when it involves domestic relations, like where I live, the child support stuff, the aspect of it, and family court, so if I file a motion in family court to, challenge jurisdiction of domestic relations, don't make me file the motion with the judge and then send a copy to the domestic relations. And that's how that works. But whenever I go to file something for domestic relations, the prothonotary will not touch it. They're like, they're their own separate thing, and we don't have nothing to do with it. So you have to file it with them directly. So I'm like, so who keeps all their stuff in track? Who governs them? Themselves?
Right. Exactly.
It's
And it's funny how it just changes all the time, correct?
Yeah, making up their own rules as they go.
Okay, let's get to where the good part is.
Have I ever seen that as a requirement?
Sure.
Certified request to get your oath of office, which you ignored. I got it from the Secretary of State. So I want to know for the record, do you hold an oath of office to the state and federal constitution?
Sir, I'm not aware of any that you've had, and I don't know what you're referring to, but in any event, the court will take notice of your new filing.
So you're refusing to answer my question? So you're refusing to answer my question?
Thank you, sir.
Are you refusing to answer my question?
Sir, I'm not going to engage in questions and answers with you.
You also had another question I needed to ask that you ignored my last hearing. I asked you what was more important, this court's order or my daughter's well-being. These are important for the record.
Sir, is that appropriate?
This is very appropriate because you guys have actively contributed to years of abuse to my daughter, ignoring all of the evidence, ignoring everything, trampling all over my parental rights to protect my. Did you even read my new filing? Okay, this was already secured.
Sir, I just saw it right now.
Okay,
So I will be
back to the Troxville versus Granville case. You yourself even told me I was never found unfit. That case proves to you, beyond a doubt, that parental rights are secured outside of our public servants' limited delegated powers. I need to get this on the record. Excuse me. I need that case proved, and you yourself even said I was never found unfit. That case even tells you that for the state to interfere with my parental rights, you have to show the state has small level of a window that they have to prove, right? They have to prove a parent to be unfit. I have proven her mother unfit for years, and you have ignored all of this evidence. This state has no lawful authority over my parental rights. Go read Justice Scalia's dissent. That even tells you right there the parental rights are secured liberties outside of our public servants' limited delegated powers. And the only way the state can interfere, it's not my position. These are facts. This is the law you're sworn to. This is why I asked you your oath.
And I will be reviewing your
This is why I asked you if you have an oath of office on the record, right? You sitting in a seat as a judge, correct? As a judicial officer, correct? Why won't you answer any of these questions? That is another violation of my rights. You are a trustee. You are a servant. You are sworn to the people. And you won't answer my questions?
Sir, this is not appropriate for to be asking these. I don't understand what your question is. Of course there's an oath.
Okay, state and federal constitutions, right? Correct?
This is not, no, excuse me, sir. This is not properly before the court right now. I don't know what your...
What is it? Is this a judicial court of record? Is this a judicial court of record? Is this? I need these for the record because I'm getting the whole case record and I'm suing everyone involved. I need this for the record. Is this a judicial court of record?
All right, sir, the court is not going to engage in this kind of back and forth, all right?
So you're refusing to answer my questions.
Excuse me.
Let the record reflect that the judge is refusing to answer my questions. Again.
We're being discourteous to the tribunal, and this is inappropriate.
What's inappropriate is the years of abuse my daughter's had to go through.
Yeah, so it's good. Okay. Crazy, right?
Wow.
It was entertaining.
I would love to hear your opinion, Jeremy. What do you think about all that?
I mean, it's typical. I mean, but to hear somebody else going through it, it's like, wow. Like, I mean, I can't believe that these are judges and this is how they're acting. And they've been getting away with this for a long time until people like us said, that's it, we're coming after you. And now they don't like being questioned. They deflect and they try to turn it around on you and ignore the law and evidence and all that stuff. And it's typical what they do.
Here's the judge, by the way. Someone's like, that's a judge? Yes, it is a judge. This is Matt's judge.
Oh, my.
Oh, this guy has been... Like I said, I'm done with him. That's why I told him flat out in that hearing before they canceled or before they closed it out. I told them I'm exposing you guys to everyone involved. I'm putting this out to the public. Everyone's gonna know everyone involved, everything, the whole thing.
Good. I think you did the right thing. You did really good on that video. I mean, it sounded really good that you held your ground. So yeah.
Matt, will you pause when you're not talking? Will you mute yourself? Because I couldn't hear what Jeremy just said. There you go. And then when
what was that?
It just happens when Matt is not talking and he's just sitting there listening.
But it's like somebody's taking foil going.
Yes. But Matt, when you talk, you don't hear that. So just feel good. But Jeremy, what did you say? What were you saying? That you've seen the judges, blah, blah, what were you saying?
Oh, I'm just saying, like, these judges, I mean, when they're confronted, I've done the same thing in family court. I filed motions to reinstate custody since they took them off me. And I'm like, here's the simple fact. You guys, my ex filed a false statement against me. Then state police charges were dropped. I was cleared. The CYS investigation was dropped. I was cleared. I didn't do nothing wrong. You guys never gave my kids back, so I filed a motion to reinstate custody. Her former attorney was like, well, you're mentally ill and your kids are terrified of you. I'm like, well, that's news to me. And that's slander. I said, because I'm not diagnosed with anything. You're not a doctor. You can't diagnose me with nothing. And then what it did was swayed the judge that I had, the idiot on there, was like, well, I'm going to deny your motion at this time. And I said, on what grounds? And he couldn't answer me. So they're all the same. They're out to protect each other. Domestic relations is protected by the family courts. The family courts are protected by incentive through the federal government. So when you go to the government to ask them for help or to audit these people or to investigate them, you get the big runaround and nobody's going to do nothing except for you. And that's why I came to realize to hold people accountable, you have to do it yourself. And maybe you might get lucky and find a senator or a state rep that knows some people and be like, hey, we're going to help you get through this or whatever. I filed a federal lawsuit, but, who knows who they know and what they're going to get away with. They can use any thing they want to use to get out of it, and that's the sad truth. But I think we putting the
Jeremy can
pressure on
talk.
these people. Huh?
Jeremy can talk. He can talk. He's so good at
Oh
talking.
yeah. Well, I can go on forever. This shit just pisses me off. I'm sorry about swearing. I shouldn't say that.
No,
So.
you're fine. So I want you both to kind of go through what you have filed. So, like, for instance, I'll go first. Somebody said, has anybody asked to disqualify the judge? We'll play a little game. Okay. I have filed. How about this? Raise your hand. How about this? Look at this. Raise your hand if you have filed to disqualify your judge.
Yep, I've done that.
Good. Okay. Then think of the next question now. Raise your hand if you filed a writ of mandamus.
I just did.
You did?
Not in this case. In another case I got going, I did.
Well, you have before then, right? Okay. Ask one. You guys name something off. Oh, how about raise your hand if you filed a federal lawsuit against a judge.
Not yet.
I haven't either. Two. I haven't. Anyone want to chime in? File if you've asked the jail to get pulled out.
Yep.
To disqualify the judge.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I had a judge disqualified. Yeah, twice.
Did they disqualify or did they stay on?
So this is where I got these people. I'll make it short. The judge I had in my case was a female judge named Benoni. She recused in 2016, signed it off to another judge. That other judge signed a few orders and he disappeared. She was back on the case without a recusal from the new judge, without a judicial reassignment order up until 2025 when I filed the lawsuit. Then she recused again, and then she still signed orders after that. So that's where I got these people. That's where they lose their jurisdiction and their immunities and all that other stuff. So yeah.
What I've come to realize, I don't think any of them actually know what to do with us. When we come in there with this type of stuff, I think they're so clueless because they've been getting away with it for so long.
Yeah.
That all they can do is continue to deflect and create random things. And then again, like I said, we start bringing these lawsuits against them. That's where we're going to really hit them because they're not ready for this. It's very clear that they're so comfortable with doing this for as long as they've been doing it. They're not ready for what's coming.
They're used to people just taking it, being like, oh, okay. And then they fight back for one. They might file something to fight back and it gets denied. Then they're like, well, I guess I can't do nothing. So they win and I'm done. And that's how it happens. You're exactly right.
Yep, well, that's what they count on. They count on 99.9% of the people that once they start getting too much pushback or threatened a little bit, they quit and that's it. And there's not really enough people. I've realized too, from a lot of people I've talked to, a lot of people don't have the personal support. They don't have the family members on their side, their friends. I hear a lot of people telling me, "Oh, my friends are telling me just to stop. I shouldn't be doing
give up.
this."
Why don't you just give up?
Yes,
exactly. You can't change the world.
Right.
You need to move on, move on, and live your life, and just leave that alone. Forget it.
That's another one. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, what do you guys mean? Like, these are people that are destroying children and families, and you guys don't want to help fight back against this?
It's sad because it's if a child was sick of cancer, everyone would be doing all this. Yes. But when a child is taken away, or a parent doesn't have due process in family court, no one cares. They're all like, it's not happening.
Well, there's still all these people I still see that they're like, oh, well, if they're doing that to you, there must be something wrong with that parent. I'm like, you guys have no clue, apparently. And there's so much evidence out here showing that they're just targeting people and they're doing this on purpose with no basis. But yeah, people don't, they don't want to see the truth.
Well, they're going after the good parent, the more stable parent, the parent that has income, because they know if they take that parent off us, we have the money to fight them. We're going to do anything we can to fight them, which in turn, they make money off of it. So that's why they do. That's their reasoning for this. Yeah, it's disgusting, but that's what they're doing. Yeah.
Not only are they getting paid with our money, they're also getting federal funding, right? The Title 4D, Title 4E. There's all sorts of kickbacks they're getting for every kid that got stuck in the system.
Well,
and I hate to say it, but that all these guys and men and women and people that are trying to fight for this Title 4D and 4E reform and all that stuff, that's an uphill battle in my mind, because that's their moneymaker. They're not. It's like having cancer and saying we have a cure. Get rid of all the doctors and treatments and all that. That's like what they're doing. They're not going to let the cancer cure come out. They're going to keep it going because they're going to lose all the money if they stop. That's exactly what's happening with Title 4D. It's a horrible thing that should have been abolished after World War II was over with. But no, we had to take it and adapt it, and here we are today. It's a moneymaker for courts.
Well, just like attorneys. Attorneys are gaining the money. I remember after 3.5 years of court, $350,000, my attorney, which she was great. I had due process. She fought for my rights. I had a good judge. But this was on Missouri. But one day I was paying her my last payment or something. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm waiting for Cadillac to bring me my brand new Cadillac and take my old one away. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I got you a brand new Cadillac,
Yeah.
But that's too, that's why this survey is awesome, because you can add up all the attorneys in your state, how many people have spent. I mean, people are bankrupt. You guys are. We're all broke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting there.
Yeah.
And all we want is just rights to our children. That's it.
Yep.
My kids are going to be 18, and one's going to be 18 in less than a year, the other one in about a year. So this is all they're going to be aged out by the time this is done. And but that's not going to deter me from keeping going on this. I mean, I got enough stuff on it. Luckily, I was smart enough to, when all this was going on from the beginning, I documented, saved every piece of paper,
Yep.
Everything. So now I started looking at all that stuff, and that's where you find a lot of the violations and stuff they did wrong. And the stuff you already have, you just got to dissect it, and that's when you start finding things like, like I found it, no judicial authority, which means they lost jurisdiction, and all the orders are void after this date, and blah blah blah. So,
Oh,
I will tell
you
you.
know.
So one of the questions I want to ask you both is, what is one thing that you would tell somebody that wants to start learning? And I'm going to answer, or give them the confidence to start learning. And I'll tell you what happened when my light bulb went off. I had my mom paid $10,000 when my kids got taken for retainer for attorney. She had 14 days to appeal it and get a hearing. She didn't do it. But when I went to DC, I talked to Rand Paul, Eric Schmidt, I saw Kennedy. I saw these people. I talked to them, and I'm like, these are just normal guys. And if they can do this, I can start learning and doing the same thing. And then, realizing how stupid some of these attorneys actually are. And Jeremy, I bet we all know, because we're all going against them now. You're like, what are you talking about?
A lot of them are so clueless, they really don't know. All they know is policy and procedure.
Yeah.
You can, Justice Scalia that I brought up, you can go find him. He's been in a couple conventions talking about how these modern day attorneys, they don't even know the First Amendment. He talks about they don't even know the real laws.
Wow.
Half the judges don't even know the amendments.
That's what I'm saying. And what I've been trying to tell people too is, people really need to start educating themselves on their state constitutions and the state Declaration of Rights. Go start questioning a lot of these public servants, asking them, hey, do you know what these provisions are in the state constitutions? Watch how incompetent 99.9% of them are. They're all sworn to it, but I can guarantee you, especially the ones that I've talked to, they have no clue. They can't tell you nothing.
Yeah, that's like in my federal suit. Everybody's been served and all that stuff. I'm on my second amended complaint, which I think is the last one. I'm pretty good with it. And every reply to that, nobody ever just fought me on the actual merits. It's all just a canned response of, just like you said, legal procedure stuff and canned responses. It's nothing. It's stuff these people can read out of a law book, and they put it in a form, and that's it.
Yep, exactly. Okay, because they can't actually fight the merits, like you said, because they get demolished with it.
They try to get you on a technicality is the only way they win. That's it. So that's where I would suggest people that are going to start doing their own federal lawsuits against these courts is to, like you said, do your homework on the federal and state laws and all that stuff. You need to do you have to know all your rights.
I'm going to stop everyone real quick, because do not listen to your Chat GPT, AI, Gemini, whatever you use, because they're telling you wrong. All right. Go read it yourself. I mean, it could be a great way to organize your information, but you need to go read what it says, period.
It's a tool to help build documents. That's all it's good for. Research,
that's what I try telling people. I'm like, it's just a tool, and tools are only as good as the operator, right? If you can't expect it to give you, you can't just ask it a generic question, because you're going to get mainstream responses, right? But if you're plugging in, you're going to find the actual laws, and you're plugging the laws. You can use the tool right, but it takes work, it takes time,
Yeah. Here's the best tool right here.
100%.
That's what I like. And people need to learn this. They need to look at this, and they need to look at this book. Look how thick it is. It's not thick at all. It'll take you a day to read this, and read it every day till you get it through your head.
Yep.
I mean, that's the number one
all you
tool.
really need. That's
now,
really it.
I have a question for you guys, because this one, Jason says, you run on empty. It's hard to figure it out, right? But with that, what I'm going to ask is, if I would have done this a year before my kids were taken, and if I would have done this if I already knew all this when my kids were taken, I would have gotten them back like that.
Yeah, probably. For sure.
What about you guys? Do you think if you knew this before all this would have happened, would things be different?
Oh, I
No.
would have had custody 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
I honestly don't think nothing would have changed for me because just how bad the court is I'm dealing with. And I'm not saying mine's worse than anybody else's, but the court I'm dealing with is really bad. I've actually filed motions to terminate the child support order for lack of subject matter jurisdiction and brought clear factual evidence. You know what the judge said? I'm not looking at it. I'm not taking it. I'm not accepting it. And then he tells me, well, you come in here all the time saying you have clear proof, or where is it? I'm like, I brought it to you and you just looked at it and you didn't do shit with it. So it's like I hit a brick wall. So hopefully the
But
federal
you've been pro
lawsuit.
se this whole time, Jeremy?
What's that?
You were pro se the whole time.
The whole time. Yeah.
Like from the very beginning.
Yeah, I feel 100% confident in doing what I'm doing by myself.
So
I learn every
you've
day.
never had an attorney with your stuff?
You mean like filing a federal lawsuit against
No,
all
I'm
them?
talking just like in family courts, all that.
I had two. Like
you
early
had
when
an
it first
attorney.
happened.
I'm saying
I
if you
had-
would have started at the beginning though, and then all of a
Oh.
sudden they realize that you know your rights, because I've seen
Yeah.
I would get harassed by lawyers' emails, and then all of a sudden when I started spitting back, they shut up.
My in that video, it got edited out, but in the beginning, my ex's attorney, I actually made him recuse. He withdrew from the case. I actually sent him a cease and desist because I caught him committing fraud upon the court and all sorts of stuff. And right before this hearing, he withdrew from the case. But I had,
Good.
up until that, I had 4 different attorneys I used. And then I woke up to a lot of the stuff. I was like, you know what? These attorneys aren't getting me anywhere. A lot of attorneys I talked to didn't even want to take my case because of the judge that was overseeing this case. And all sorts of stuff I heard about him. So it just got to a point that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this myself. So last August is when I started. And if I know for a fact, because I've been using nothing but straight fundamentals since I started, and I've watched how things have been changing. And I know if I would have started in the beginning with this knowledge, it would have never went this way.
And I will tell you guys, go speak at your legislators, because one guy, Paul, actually just said, and Paul wrote a great book on Amazon, No Jury, No Trial, I think it's called. Sorry, Paul, you can say it again. But when CPS, or we call ours DHS, would not submit my closing unsubstantiated letter for almost a year. And I asked, nothing. The day that they found out I was speaking at the Capitol about CPS, that same morning, I'm driving to the Capitol an hour away, and they email me saying, we're going to send it over. Do you still want it? And I'm like, and then I didn't get it. And then by 2:00, they emailed again. Do you want it? Do you want it, Meg? We'll send you all this stuff right now. And I'm like, that's crazy, because they saw me speaking. They knew I was going to speak. And just like my federal court's moving because I spoke about it at my legislator. So I encourage all of you guys to go speak. Go speak at your Capitol. Go to a meeting. It's not hard. Usually you speak 3 minutes. Yep. But going to your legislators will move your cases. We'll hold them accountable because it's live. And then you can throw that anywhere and everywhere. So that's what I'm trying to do. Because you guys haven't done it. Right?
No, I have. I'm going to start. That's what I'm going to start doing, though, for sure. And if we were to get, this is what I was trying to tell you last night too. I'm like, if each state, if we could get 20, 25 people coming together and going to these meetings, bringing the fundamentals and putting them in check, I'm telling you, we could really make some change happen pretty dang quick. We really could.
Jeremy's like, I don't know. I don't have any faith. Jeremy's a vet, right? Matt, are you a vet?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Okay, you are. I thought there was someone else was talking to.
No, I think, like, you're right. We need to get the public involved in this, like, because this is beginning to be a hot topic, and we got to keep continuing that with the videos like you do, Meg, and I started doing and all that. We have to start shoving it down everybody's throat, because when you get the public involved, then everybody's watching these judges and these people in courts acting, they have to start acting right, and that's going to bring change. And like Matt said, you just got to keep going at them. And
I've had a few.
They're extremely corrupt, right? They're not going to turn on themselves, but we do hold all the power, right? And this is why they've kept us all so divided, because they know the longer that we all stay divided. And that's why I see a lot of this, here's the mother side, here's the father side. If we took both of those, let's put them together and come together as parents, right? That's how we'll make the change. But that's the problem, right? Is getting everyone to actually come together. That's really the only thing that's holding everything back.
But we do triumph over everybody. I mean, we have more people. That's our power. But if you do see platforms that bash other people, make fun of them, to me, I don't support those people.
No.
Do I support they're trying to expose it? Yes, but I will not bash anyone else that's trying to fight for this advocacy. I will hold a little bit accountable at times, maybe just like kind of question, but I won't bash them and ream them and make fun of them. I think anyone that does that is just completely wrong.
Yep, I agree.
I have
It's
supported.
counterproductive at the end of the day.
It is. I'm not
helping.
going, and there's tons of bad lies about me. I mean, I'm going to update you guys on my lawsuit that I did against a person that started Stand Down Meg, and it's been going now. Gosh, I filed it last year, and we agreed for an order, a verbal order that this person would stop getting other people to do it. And then, long story short, corruption happened, and the judge said, "Oh, I'll do a written order. Thank you." Okay, thank you. Because then, if you have a written order and they do it again, then it's criminal charge.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I found out last week the judge dismissed it. So I'm going to appellate court, already filed it, and I'm excited because here's the thing. When you go to appellate court, anything that you put in that court, like I've showed the proof of the slander, the lies. This person went from 72 followers on TikTok to 35,000, all making fun of me. And I showed it. But now when you go to appellate court, this person didn't even file any evidence. They just kept saying, I didn't do that. That's freedom of speech. I didn't do anything. But when you go to appellate court, guess what? They only look at what's already in the court previously.
Yeah.
So I get now 3 judges. So I filed that the other day. Excited about it, and here's the thing. We've all been hit where the blow. But when you have a little bit of, when you get a blow, sometimes that's good because then you get to go do something higher, like Jeremy, right? And Matt's now going to start learning to do federal. And it's all, anytime Matt or Jeremy, when anything happened in your state, your district courts, all of a sudden you're probably like, yeah, that really sucked. But guess what? More evidence for my lawsuit.
Everything you put in there is docketed evidence. It's on the record now. So it can't be disputed.
Yeah, well, that's another reason I utilize. Utilize a lot of the affidavits. Sworn under penalty of perjury. I rack up all their violations. I make sure I'm putting them on the record. I'm filing them into the record, right? So that when you go and get your case files and you do these things, hey, these are the facts. These are the crimes, right? These are the violations that's been committed. Judicial canon violations, constitutional, state and federal violations, rights violations. Get it on there. Let them. And if they don't rebut those things, silence is acquiescence, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So can you guys, okay, so both of these guys, you need to listen to them. Even if they have a longer, both of them can talk long, which is great. Because put it on your phone, have a headset on, and just listen. And is it TikTok or one of them now? You can just put it on, and you can even be scrolling, and your video.
TikTok does that now.
TikTok does
a
that
lot
now.
of my stuff. Yeah, a lot of my stuff. I'm on TikTok. Yeah.
I'm light years behind everybody. I'm on Facebook.
And he has like 1,000 followers.
Because of just the way this stuff was. I'm like, I got to get public exposure. I got to get this stuff out here. And now it's just kind of.
But I remember when Matt first started out, I remember when he was like Jeremy, just starting out talking and doing exposing it. Because that was what, almost a year ago now, Matt?
Roughly. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and Jeremy, you just started what?
I've been fighting this for about it's close.
No,
April will be 2 years. So
when did you go like social, like really started?
About a year, little less than a year, maybe.
Okay, well, that's why I'm trying to expose some really good men that, from what I've seen a lot of their documents, read their stuff. They're good, solid men to follow. Please follow them. And they are still. If you have a question,
hey guys, I'm gonna have to bounce out of here.
No, I gotta go. Well, in the comments, guys, you'll see Matt's way to follow Matt. Okay, so go to comments. You'll see it after this video because it'll get posted. And then Jeremy, we're gonna work on getting you on all the other platforms.
Yeah, I got to do that. Just you know what? It's been so busy. Like I've had one thing after another. I got 23 defendants in my federal suit. I got an active Superior Court appeal. I got another federal lawsuit against the police department. And
I want to talk about that too, but we can do it at a different time.
Yeah.
When will the super lawyers get involved? Yeah, super lawyers. No, lawyers fight only for the courts. Sorry, Jason.
Yeah, there's no lawyers. You know what? I wouldn't take one if they threw themselves at me. I just feel nobody can tell your story better than you. And if you take the time to learn how to tell the story properly to the courts, you should be fine. Just follow the rules. It's not that hard. Every court has their rule book and everything. Follow the rules. Learn how to do the paperwork. I mean, you keep it honest when you do that. That's the way I look at it.
Yep. Well, Jeremy, go fill out your survey so we can get Pennsylvania going up. You want to see how many people submitted in your state?
Yeah, I think he was telling me, but I can't remember.
Oh, you're not bad. You're like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're number 10 out of 50. Good job.
Oh wow.
So, and it's quick. It's a click, 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 and you can just. And then I do want like an average of what you spend on attorney fees if you had to pay for jail fees.
Yeah. Yeah.
All that fun stuff, because I really want your state to have that total.
Yeah,
Where you
that's
guys
a good
can
thing.
say, hello, legislators, look at this spreadsheet of everyone that's in Pennsylvania that, and have that. So yeah, please go fill that out. Thank you for coming on today, Jeremy. You're amazing. And thank you for coming on last minute. I'm going to go eat now because it's now my dinner time.
I had some good lasagna, so I couldn't help myself.
Good. Well, I'll make sure when this is posted, I think I can tag you after the live. I don't know. I haven't been on live for a long time, but
yeah.
If you ever want to use this too, feel free, because I paid a lot of money a month for this, $250.
I'll call you and you can help me set it up because I'm dumb when it comes to this stuff.
Oh, I know you are. It's okay.
It's horrible.
I know. It's okay. All right. I will talk to you later, friend. See ya.
All right.